Hello everyone, Forrest here, Zone 5, and it is February here in the Mitten. And I wanted to share some little tricks that I have learned either by you guys out there or watching other YouTubers or just by happenstance. And actually, two of these things I've learned by happenstance. I'm actually gardening right now, which is crazy, I know. Of course, I already have in my, I can't even think of their name, garlic. My garlic's already planted in this bed here, I believe. Or is it this one? Not sure. I also have some strawberries in right here. These are going to be dug up this spring. The beds are getting too full. It's getting too weedy and it's difficult to get in there. So I have this one and I have another strawberry bed. They're both going to be dug out, and I'm going to be giving away strawberry plants to my friends here, and I'll probably do a post on Craigslist or something for free strawberries for other people to come and take the plants so they can start their own patch. You can see all the bunnies and squirrels have been visiting. One thing I am growing here, these are leeks. Last year I had leeks in, and then I got sick and I couldn't get them out before the ground froze. So they were left in there, and I thought, oh great, now they're going to be mushy. Well, in the spring they started to grow and they got big and they got beautiful. So this year I did it on purpose. I planted this bed. You can see the little greens sticking up, and they'll get mushy. You'll think, oh, they're gone. But then they'll harden up and turn into big, wonderful, juicy, yummy leeks for you to cook with. I do have some left here from the year before last. I wanted them to go to seed to collect their seed and try and start some from seed. And I noticed that they started producing other shoots. So I thought, let's see how this goes. So sometimes your mistakes or, life happens and you can't get to something will happen to you. I did a little thing this year. I wasn't sure how this was going to work out. I would move the snow, but it's like 8 degrees out here and I don't have gloves on. We're supposed to get up to the big high of 12 today, and hopefully this big ice storm is going to miss us here in the Mitten State. But anyways, underneath here I have started some American flag poppies. I started them October is when I seeded, and little sprouts came up. I thinned them out, and I wanted to see if they would overwinter. So I'm just going to see how that does there. And then I've got oregano that's growing back here. You're only going to need one oregano plant because I have it growing here. I have one there. I have one there. I have them all over the place out here, and they are just going crazy. And they're great little plants. They're cute. They'll fill up the landscape if you want to leave them there. Some I've pulled, some I haven't. You can see in between the snow here, there's strawberries all along there. This is my other strawberry bed here. You can see the little bunny and squirrel feet have been in here. They don't really seem to bother anything too much. And I do have a bunny fence around the perimeter of my garden. You probably can't see it because of the lighting, but there is a bunny fence there. I'm hopefully going to be able to replace this fence sometime soon. But that's that. This is my asparagus bed. Last spring was the 3rd year, and we got a lot of wonderful, juicy asparagus out of this. And I'm hoping to get that again next year and for years to come. Asparagus is a perennial, and it does take it a couple years before you can start eating from it. But it will last you a really, really long time. Just be patient with it. But it wouldn't be something that, if you are worried about getting food and food fast, that I would want to plant. But it's definitely good for the future. All right, this is my other little trick I've learned. These are Brussels sprouts, and they look sad. They look like they're gone, but they're not. We've been eating out of this bed this winter. You can see here, ooh, finger, I've been cutting them off. This glare is terrible right here, sorry. I've been cutting them off, and we've been eating off of them. This is almost like putting them in the freezer. I'll just come with my loppers, cut them off at the base, and take this in, chop everything off, and then bring the stalk out to the compost bin outside here. You can compost through the winter. It doesn't mean it's going to decompose, but you can compost as well. Right now, that's all I have growing in here. I do have some sweet peas right here. I don't know why I left them on. Couldn't tell you. Maybe they'll seed themselves. Who knows? I do collect a lot of my own seeds, especially now because people are panicking and they think they need to get their seeds in like November, and they buy out everything. So it's difficult to order seeds. I'm just kind of giving you guys a glance of stuff while I'm running my mouth. So I have started collecting my own seeds that I can, and then I just order things that I think would be fun, or I wanted to try, maybe a different variety. I've definitely rethought out how I'm eating. Right now, this is the pollinator bed. It goes the full length of my vegetable garden, actually a little bit longer. But like tomatoes, to me, it was kind of silly to be a tomato person. I don't have a huge garden, and I was the only one that was really eating them. And I had 2 beds full of tomatoes where the trellises are here. The panels, the cow panels, I got one there too. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to do hanging baskets and hang them from the arches here with my little small tomatoes. The little grape-sized tomatoes, and try different varieties of those, because those are the ones I eat the most. I'll chop them up and put them in like eggs in the morning or a salad or whatever, and I'll just chop them up and throw them in there, or make a salad out of the little tomatoes. And then I like a tomato sandwich or a sliced tomato on my sandwiches, and that's about it. None of my kids are like, ooh, I want some tomatoes. So I'm cutting back on that. And I'm increasing our eggplant and our peppers, because that's what we eat a lot of, surprisingly. I know, I wouldn't have thought that either. I mean, the peppers, yeah, but the eggplant, no, but we love it. We love it in everything. We love how it tastes. Let's see, out here, you can see, like right here, that row is red raspberries, and I don't know if you can see the little sticks over there. Those are yellow raspberries, and I just put those in last early spring, and they are like, I got 2 or 3 off of them, and they're so different from red raspberries. They're not as tart, they're a little bit sweeter, and the fruit's a little bit softer. So it's almost like getting 2 different types of fruit. But I love raspberries. I like to make pies and jellies. So, and the kids yum that up too. They love that. And then back behind, I don't know if you can see that, but in between those trees there, I have some berry bushes growing as well. Those are elderberries, and those get really big. These bushes do, and they get big white flowers on them. I don't know much about elderberries, so I'm still kind of learning. I do need to trim these back a bit this year. I probably should go ahead and do that in the winter while they're dormant. And then I'm hoping to make maybe some cordials, some cough syrup out of that. The funny thing is, I do like to make wine. I make dandelion wine, and it is really, really tasty. But I don't drink a lot. So it's like I have all this wine and fruit stuff. But anyways, I still have some of my wood left from the wooden path that Alex made for me to go around the house, which starts over here and goes up around this side of the house and around that corner. But I have figured out what I'm going to do with that, and I'm excited to get that started next spring, and I'll share that with you then. I guess this is going to be it for this tour. Like I said, it's 8 degrees out. It is kind of cold. And there's really not much to show you that isn't covered in snow. We only have about 6 inches, which isn't a whole heck of a lot. But I do have a lot of bunny feet and stuff that go to my feeder. I make sure they're fed all the time, and I'll be sharing with you my birding video and some other things that I'm up to and what I've been doing and things that you guys can do during the winter that most of it has to do with gardening, but to take away those gardening blues. Well, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.